Boom. And we are live. Check, 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 check. All right. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream on this channel. Dude, this is crazy. Awesome. Cool. This works out great. Okay, so welcome to my new weekly live stream. I don't know what the final name of it will be, but it's going to basically be what I watched last week, what did I pick up, etc., etc. Any kind of news and notes around horror or exploitation, we will talk about that as well. But I just wanted to have a place to come and talk with you guys and have my watch list. It grows pretty quickly, honestly, and then I have stuff that I bought out and about this week. So we're going to start talking about that stuff. Let's cover the. I have a very large list of stuff that I watched. It typically won't be this big of a list, but excuse me. Let's see. I had some stuff written down because I watched a few. Here we go. I watched a few things that were not on physical media, which I try to watch as much stuff on physical media as I can. The image is better, the sound quality is better. I have a 120-inch projector screen here, thanks to my buddy Josh. I don't typically use 120 inches of it. I go about 100 to 105 as far as I can tell. I try to do a rough measurement, and that's about what I came up with. This week, in the past week, I watched 4 movies that were not on physical media. Today, I just got done watching Crime 101. I'm going to do a whole video on that, so I'm not going to go into detail about it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a crime movie. It's a heist movie with Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Nick Nolte's in it, Barry Keoghan's in it. Did I say Nick Nolte? There's a couple of other people in it, but it's a kind of a long movie, but it's very, very good. So I'll do a whole video on that probably later tonight. Drop it in the morning or whatever. Also on the thumbnail you see Hard Eyes. On Valentine's Day, the wife and I watched Hard Eyes. I've seen that movie a bunch of times. Josh, golly, why am I blanking on his name? The director of it. He's been on the show before. Dude, I feel real stupid right now. Is it Josh? Oh my goodness, dude. Josh Rubin. That's what it was. I got there. Josh Rubin directed that movie. It's romantic comedy meets slasher film. But I also watched Monster Island, which is a fairly new movie. There's no way for me to pull it up on this screen. I got to figure out how to do live streams through different software so I can pull images up. So we will figure all that out. I promise. Okay. And then last but not least, on digital, I watched a movie called Bone Lake. I will have a review video for that one as well. So Bone Lake and Crime 101 will both have videos coming soon. I'm in the process of making videos for top 5 brutal endings in movies, parts 1 and 2. And then top 5 actors I'll watch in anything. And then I'm going to also do a rankings of the Scream movies very soon because I'll be watching Scream 7 next week. So the Scream rankings video should be up in the next couple of days, hopefully. It'll be a very simple video. I don't have the time to go through and edit it real thoroughly, unfortunately. So I'm just trying to get back in the swing of doing content on this channel. So, all right, let's talk about the things that I watched on physical media. What's up, Josh? How you doing, bud? I watched a lot of physical media in the last week, and I'm not going to go into every movie and tell you everything about every movie, but I will just give you a quick rundown of what they were. I watched Extreme Prejudice. Good grief, that was close. Sorry. On VHS at my store, and I liked it so much that I ordered a Blu-ray copy. This is a Western crime drama, I guess, action movie from 1987. Dude, it's got Nick Nolte, Powers Booth, Clancy Brown, Rip Torn, William Forsythe, Lynn Shay, and then other faces you'll recognize. Incredibly violent, very brutal, gritty movie. I loved this. This movie was awesome. Yeah, Josh said this movie rocks. This movie does rock. This movie rules, dude. I enjoyed it a lot. Last night, I watched a Criterion movie. I watched They Live by Night. I gotta be honest, man, it wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Walter Hill is a director that even I know the name of Walter Hill. This movie wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. I guess I'm holding up noir films up against stuff like The Maltese Falcon, and nothing's gonna compare to that one, in my opinion. I need to watch it again. I enjoyed it, but it was more of a love story to me than anything, and I mean, like, it was mostly a love story. But I guess the dialogue was pretty solid in it. What year was this one? 1948, man. 95 minutes. Ah, damn, for 1948. I thought that the girl in it was incredibly like cute, adorable. The bad guys were really good, but they weren't in it enough. But yeah, I might rewatch this one and then come back to you guys when I have some more information on it. But I'd say like a B minus. Like it wasn't bad, but I kept hearing how amazing this movie was. So I was expecting it to be real good. And it just wasn't as tense as I was expecting. A lot of these old noir movies are very tense. They're not super violent, they're tense. So, yeah, I would like you to watch this, Josh, and then I'd like to have your feedback. Maybe we can discuss it a little bit because there's probably something in it that I didn't catch that you're going to go, hey, watch it from this perspective. And then I'll go, okay. And then I'll enjoy it a little bit more. On the podcast with my buddy Josh here, Cinema Studies. Check out Cinema Studies channel if you're interested in like long form, multi-person podcasts about a movie a week. We pick a movie every week and it rotates through the four of us and we each pick one. So this week we're talking about our buddy Clay's pick. He picked Akira. Yeah, bro, this movie's awesome. If you don't know much about Akira, I vote that you just go watch it. I don't want to tell you much else about it. It's a very much a classic anime. What year did this one come out? This one has got to be is this a 90s movie? It's got to be, right? Oh my goodness. Dude, my vision is getting worse. I need to like explore the potential of glasses. I ain't getting contacts, bro. I ain't putting shit in my eyes. No, thank you. Bro, I gotta use a flashlight on stuff, dude. This is how bad my sight's gotten. Although it is red with black print, it's just kind of hard to read anyways. Why can't I remember what year this was? I thought I knew. Damn, I don't even know. It's not even saying on here. You just watched it for the first time? What, this one, Kira? Dude, whatever. I'm so stupid. I got Google in my hands and I'm looking at the back of this box. Boom, 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 boom. 1988, bro. It's way older than I thought. Wow. Okay. Well, knowing that this is 1988 kind of changes it like for the better. I already thought it was a pretty excellent movie. I mean, I own it. I don't own this. The only anime movie I own. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Also on Valentine's Day, my wife and I watched Hereditary. Excellent idea. It was her first time seeing it, and I don't know what she thought of it. I know she said it was objectively very good, but I think it really bothered her a little bit. But she thinks about these movies. I bet we'll watch it again at some point, and she'll probably give it a pretty high grade. My wife is better about ranking movies than I am, I would say, like just as far as the general consensus of things. She's better at that. I have weird opinions is my point. Hereditary. If you don't know about Hereditary, I don't know what to tell you. It's a pretty popular movie. The reason that it even came up is because I was watching another video and this dude was talking about the top 20 most important modern horror movies. And I fully expected this to be like 1, 2, or 3, and it wasn't on the list. And whether I think it's that good or not, I'd recognize it as that important. And holy crap, this dude didn't even talk about that movie at all. It blew my mind. All right, also this week, I watched Bloody Murder. It is a like cheap, well, very obviously Friday the 13th ripoff movie, and that's why I watched it because it was Friday the 13th, so we watched this movie instead of any of the FTT movies because I've already seen all those 100 times and I was looking for something that I hadn't seen before. This is a bad movie, but it's also very rare. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I should keep it or if I should just take it to the shop and sell it. I'll probably sell it because I don't see myself watching it many more times. Maybe once more. It's bad's kind of a strong word. It's like my buddy Josh here would probably not like this much. But there is a group of people that this movie is made for, and it is the problem is that it's not very gory and there's no nudity. So like the two things that people watch these trashy ones for, they didn't have it. But it is a pretty cool like homage to Friday the 13th in my opinion. I don't know. It's fairly hard to find. 1999, man. It looks like a shot on video. It's in a like a 4:3 format. Wild, dude. Absolutely crazy. Okay. I also watched Manhunter in the past week because I'm working on an idea of doing a Manhunter versus Silence of the Lambs video, like which one's better, why, who played Hannibal Lecter better, why. Um, I'll just say it like this: I typically have some hot takes, but I might not in this video. I like both of them, but they're very different films. But Manhunter is, if you're not familiar, this is Michael Mann's rendition of some of the Hannibal Lecter stuff, and Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter in this movie. This movie is a vibe. It is all scenery, music. It's a vibe. This whole movie's a vibe. It's kind of a slow burn, but Manhunter is great. I've watched it probably 3 or 4 different times in my life. Oh man, I finally got to watch Vampirella. I don't know what to say about this movie. If you look at the back, see that Spirit Halloween style costume she's wearing? This is the chick that was in Mortal Kombat. She played what's her name? Let's see. There's a reason why she didn't have any speaking lines in that movie. Not 2021, 1995. Cast. Katana. She played Katana. Talisa Soto. She's the one that played Vampirella. So I wanted it because of that, because I like her and I like Vampirella, the comic books. Boy, this is a rough watch too, man. But this is also a pretty rare movie. Like both of these DVDs are like $20+ a piece. It's crazy. Not recommending that you go spend that much money on them. I'm not gonna tell you how much I spent on them. It wasn't quite that much, but it was close. Vampirella, this was it was kind of fun, but it was bad. And there's a guy in this movie who plays like Vlad the Impaler, basically. And at one point it flashes forward a whole bunch of years, and he's like a rock star, but he's not cool at all. Like period. Like he's just not a good actor. And he's got this weird hair. He has a ponytail coming off the side of his head. Dude, the act. You know what? This might be worth keeping because this movie is horrendous in a very fun way. Like this is the kind of movie you watch with your buddies, because like with this one you don't get the blood and the boobs, right? You get some stuff with this movie that you want. It is. Oh man, my wife and I were laughing our asses off watching this movie. There's going to be a trend on this channel. You're going to see what kind of movies I'm really into. I also got to watch Phantoms, pardon me, and you will probably know that if you've been on this channel before, because I did a gore score review for Phantoms. Yeah, if you're not familiar with what that is, I have basically devised a sheet of stats, and each movie gets its own rundown. And I did Bone Lake, Phantoms, Hard Eyes, and Crime 101. I've got gore scores written up for, so I just got to film the videos. But I really like Phantoms. I think it's a very underrated movie. I almost said Ben Stiller. Excuse me. Ben Affleck and Liev Schreiber, pardon me, really do make this a fun movie. I think Liev Schreiber kind of steals the whole film. Rose McGowan was just the it girl back in the day. So I don't know if you haven't seen Phantoms and you think it's a Scream ripoff. It's not. It's more of a Lovecraftian style film, science fiction-y. I also watched Silent Rage with my wife. I need to rewatch this one. I'm doing a gore score video review on Silent Rage. This is my favorite Chuck Norris film. It's basically Chuck Norris fights Michael Myers in Texas. You really can't beat that. And it's got a really great Blu-ray release through, golly, who's this company? Mill Creek Entertainment. They do these really cool slipcovers where it looks like a VHS tape coming out of it. I don't know. I love this movie. I watched Parker, my 5-year-old. We watched 3,000 Miles of Graceland. He wanted to watch it because he liked the cover. Dude, this movie goes hard in the paint, bro. I love this film. Plus, it's got a very young and absolutely stunning Courtney Cox. And by very young, I mean like mid-20s, maybe late 20s even. It's not like she's like a teenager. She's like an adult, but it's just like Friends era Courtney Cox, man, before she had all the work done, and she was just beautiful. But I love 3,000 Miles of Graceland. This movie's awesome. Man, I don't think my dad ever got to watch this one. I wish he had. He would have loved this movie. What year did this come out? There's a sticker on there. Let's see. Yeah, 2001. So it came out a few years after he passed. My dad would have loved this movie. This is the kind of shit my dad was into. I also watched High Tension this week. It was due for a rewatch. I thought this movie kind of sucked. I need to rewatch it, I guess. I was not impressed by this movie. And I used to love it. I remember very distinctly really loving this movie. There's a good twist ending in this film. And I remember liking it a lot. So I'm a little surprised that I didn't enjoy it this time. So if you're a fan of High Tension, let me know what you think of the movie. Maybe explain some things. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I don't want to get rid of it, but I was all excited because I was like, man, it's time to watch High Tension again. So I checked it out, and it just kind of was meh. There's nothing worse than a meh movie. I'd rather either hate it or love it. If I hate it, at least it's something I got to talk about, you know? Lastly, on my watch list for the week, and then I'll show you some of the things that I picked up. This won't be a super long video, I guess. But the last thing that I watched was The Carpenter. I picked this up on eBay. Wings Hauser playing this literal carpenter that this woman lives in a house, and she's got. I'll just read the back of it to you. Alice Jarrett, recently released from a mental hospital, is taken by her husband, Martin, to their new and spacious home, located deep in the countryside, for which Martin has hired a group of builders to complete its renovation. In the middle of the night, something stirs Alice awake, and she goes to investigate. She is shocked to discover a remaining carpenter hard at work in the wee hours. Besieged by loneliness, Alice strikes up a casual friendship with the mysterious man, inviting him to continue working at his leisure. But as prowlers and unwanted guests begin turning up at the home, sometimes to harass, sometimes to just be menacing, and sometimes to attack Alice, her carpenter always seems to be on hand to gorily dispatch anyone who comes too close. She has found her guardian angel. Is she, in fact, a delusional psychopath, or does the carpenter have his own axe to grind? Yeah, this is a very bizarre movie. I love this movie, and the end of it is badass. This dude, I'm so glad I bought this, and I bought it with Vinegar Syndrome. Dude, there's a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff that I get, and I don't like it. They're really hard to get good Vinegar Syndrome flicks. This one is worth the money. You liked High Tension, huh? I'm a little surprised you liked it. I guess I'm not shocked, but I'm a little surprised. I was kind of bored by it. I don't know. Maybe it was late at night or something. I'll give it a rewatch soon. How long is it? Dude, these DVD boxes, bro, they're hard as hell to read. (2003). It's only 90 minutes. Yeah, I'll give it a rewatch soon and see, but I don't know, man. I was very bored through this movie. Maybe because I've seen it a few times. Was it your first time watching it? Because if it was, you probably did like it quite a bit. I don't know. I think I've just desensitized myself to like movies like this where I think this isn't that. It's not scary to me. Like, I don't know. It's not a good thing. Okay, so in addition to watching those movies, I bought some stuff. Now, this isn't stuff I've watched yet. I just bought it. A couple of those that I watched, I just bought as well. But these are movies that I just picked up this past week. So let's all right, we're gonna start off with From Paris with Love with John Travolta. Just all the bald head, dude. Jonathan Rhys Meyers, that guy's whatever, but I like John Travolta. I think he's a good action star. This movie, I think this is the most underrated Travolta film. Maybe not the most, but it is a very underrated John Travolta film. It is incredibly brutal, very clever. It's I don't know what to call it. It's not quite a heist movie. It's like a spy thriller of sorts, right? but it's much more violent than that. It's not super dialogue heavy. It's very action packed. Um, it says James Reese, personal aide to the U.S. ambassador to France, is secretly moonlighting as a low-level CIA operative. Looking for more action, Reese accepts a job that teams him with wisecracking special agent Charlie Wax, that's John Travolta, a trigger-happy loose cannon sent to Paris on a mission of international importance. Now, Reese finds himself on the wildest ride of his life as the new partners pull out all the stops to annihilate the enemy in this explosive white-knuckle nonstop thriller. That's pretty accurate. It is a thriller, but it's an action spy thriller. This movie is badass. There is a kill in this movie. I don't often get shocked. There's a kill in this movie that when I first saw it, I literally went, holy shit, like out loud. It blew my mind. It's not that it's gory, it's just shocking. I think this is an awesome movie. I may watch this one soon. I just picked it up. 93 minutes. You gotta love shit like this, dude. 93 minutes, in and out. John Travolta at his most silly and wisecracking. It's awesome, dude. Good times. Okay, now these I haven't seen any of these yet, so I'm excited to watch them. Dead on Appraisal. This real estate is hell movie. I don't know. It just looks ridiculous. I don't know what to say. Real estate agent John Dante is stuck with a house he can't sell. Despite his best efforts, he can't seem to overcome the house's macabre past. This haunting anthology's first tale, The Morning After, follows the party of a lifetime. A group of friends wake to find a nightmare in the form of a killer bug invasion. The next one is John is horrified to hear the story of Robbie, a young veteran who returns home to live with his father in Fatherland. Robbie's dark secret slowly bubbles to the surface. Then there's Freddie Cooper and his band. Freddie and the Goblins is a tale of how Freddie's bandmates try to ditch him only to be caught up in the singer's growing psychosis. In a last-ditch effort, John's girlfriend plans a party to help raise interest in the property, but with a disastrous consequence. Will they survive the terrors that lie within its walls, or will they become just another house's many sordid tales? So the back of it has insane looking like puppetry. I don't know. That's what got me to want to watch this, is like there's puppetry in this, and it's an anthology. I like anthologies. It could be really good. It's probably really bad. I will report back. Then I got Slave of the Cannibal God. I picked this one up based on the fact that it has Stacy Keach in it, and that's an actor that I enjoy. So I believe that one. I think Stacy Keach played. Let me double check this. Let's see here. Yeah, I need to get software where I can do this on the screen with you guys. Yeah, Stacy Keach played Mike Hammer in a bunch of couple movies and a TV show. Which one's kind of boring? The Slave of the Cannibal God? A lot of these are pretty boring, unfortunately. Then I picked up Seven Doors of Death by Lucio Fulci. I bought it based solely on the fact that it's a Fulci movie. It's probably pretty bad as well. Seven Doors of Death is a film that will horrify, sicken, and terrify those who dare to watch this tale. Set in Louisiana, the movie opens in 1927 with a satanic disciple being crucified and melted alive with quicklime in the basement of an old hotel. 50 years later, Lisa inherits the hotel, not suspecting that it is one of the 7 gateways to hell. Horrible events begin to happen in the possessed hotel, such as a workman breaking his neck, another has his eyeballs gouged out by a zombie, a woman's head is melted by a vat of acid, and an architect has his face eaten by hungry tarantulas. Not a hotel to stay for the weekend. Great special effects highlight this not-to-be-seen-alone movie. Shit, dude. It's the Beyond? I'm tripping. Bro, it is the Beyond, isn't it? I'm like reading that going, oh, that sounds kind of familiar. Dude, why do they do that shit? Why do they make movies they do it with Italian horror so often. They'll just like repackage it and call it something different, and then dumbasses like me buy it. At least it's widescreen. This is going to end up at the shop, dude. Okay, well, whatever. It is what I need to write on there that it is the Beyond, though, because people need to know that. Okay, next one up. Another one by Lucio Fulci. Let's see what movie this actually is. On this case, it's called Enigma. Magma. Um, all right, come on. There we go. What does it say? The Euroshock collection? Okay, Josh, let's see if we can figure out what movie this might actually be. After her snobby schoolmates accidentally send her into a coma, poor little Kathy has only one way to get even with her mind. Eva, another schoolgirl, falls under the spell of Kathy's vengeful psyche, which is capable of horrible destruction using telekinesis and even killer snails to do her bidding. Soon the hallways at St. Mary's School are filled with screaming, and there's no way to escape. Oh, this is the popular title for this one? Okay, I don't know that I've heard of this one then. So, okay, we'll give this a watch. It's probably a terrible film, but we're going to watch it anyways. Oh, man, here we go. This one I picked up because of the back of it. I'll show you in 1 second. This one's called The Dead Next Door. I mean, the cover's pretty awesome, but the back of it, dude, look at that special effects, man. That looks awesome. It could be a terrible movie. It's all right. I watch a lot of bad movies. You just bought a Blu-ray of New York Ripper. Do I have that one? I'll check in a second. I think I've already got New York Ripper. Writer, producer, director J.R. Bookwalter spent nearly 4 years with the help of an uncredited, now legendary Hollywood director, creating this low-budget yet ultra-violent epic about a nationwide attack by hungry hordes of the living dead. From the spectacle of zombies on the White House lawn to its relentless scenes of flesh-ripping carnage, this is the splatter sensation that Dark Star calls a no-holds-barred, laugh-a-minute gore fest. True independent filmmaking doesn't come from bloated celebrities in Sundance. It lives and screams in the heart, soul, and blood-drenched guts of their cult classics like this, The Dead Next Door. Hell yeah. I'm excited. This is Anchor Bay. This is probably going to be fucking terrible. I can't wait to watch this movie. Dude, I mean, look at this. This for like super low budget, that looks awesome. Dude, this is going to be fun. This might be like up real soon on the old watch list. Okay. Nightmare Fueled Double Feature. SRS Cinema is a label that I buy a lot of stuff from. They have a 2-pack here, Morbid and Screwdriver. Now look at this cover art and tell me that you don't want to watch these movies. Josh is like, yeah, it's easy, dude. I don't want to watch those. Bro. This is like shot on video stuff. SRS video is, I have to be in the mood to watch it, but when I'm in the mood, nothing replaces this stuff. But this is like, I can't wait to watch these. I love shot on video. It's my favorite subgenre probably. Then I have one called from the Giallo collection on Anchor Bay, The Bloodstained Shadow. This is probably pretty horrendous as well. Look at that cover art. Ugh. When a young college professor returns home to visit his Catholic priest brother, prominent members of the community begin to be stalked and slaughtered by an unknown killer. Can the brothers uncover the identity of this deranged fiend, even while they're being tortured by their own nightmares of an unspeakable childhood trauma? What? Directed by Antonio Bido, Watch Me When I Kill, and known in Italy as Solamente Nero. The suspenseful 1978 Giallo co-stars Stefania Cassini from Suspiria and features one of the last scores performed by the band Goblin. Oh, that's kind of cool. Interesting. This could be an interesting. Dude, Goblin did the sound for this, or the score for this. That's pretty interesting. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, I got 3 more that I just picked up. I absolutely love this like Nazi exploitation stuff, but especially when it's like zombies and Nazi exploitation. When you can get both of those in the same movie, you can't beat. Dude, Outpost is one of the best series of movies like that. If you like zombies and you like Nazis getting killed, go watch Outpost. They're really good, and they're like horror movies based out in like the winter, like the snow. So when there's blood everywhere, it's very, very, very clear, very vibrant and bright. The special effects on this are pretty good. It's been a while since I've watched it, so I can't remember how much of it was practical. but I do believe it was a fair amount of practical effects. Anybody on here watching the Victor Crowley stuff, the Hatchet movies? I wanted to do a video on Friday the 13th talking about that, but I need to research this topic first and come up with some notes. But I think that the Victor Crowley movies, the Hatchet films, I think they're better than Nightmare on Elm Street. Than Friday the 13th by a fair amount. Friday the 13th stuff came out. We needed it to come out. Without that stuff, the ones that I love wouldn't exist. But I do think those movies are pretty tame and awfully boring at times. Jason X is a lot of fun, but I mean, it's fun because it's terrible. So I don't know. Man, I need to go check and see if I have New York Ripper. I'll check in just a second. I bought 2 more movies this week, and these 2, I'm pretty stoked to watch one, and I'm a little hesitant to watch the other one, if I'm honest. But I picked up Furiosa on 4K. Oh, I also bought. Hold on. It's on my watch list, so I forgot to pull it over. I bought Fury Road, but I bought the black and chrome edition. Like, I cannot wait to watch this in black and white. It's gonna be soon. But I bought this stuff. Shout out Julie. Shout out everybody up at the Antique Mall, and then Joe hooked me up with this Furiosa disc. And then I also was able to find a copy of Gummo unopened, Criterion, and I snatched this up. I don't know how much I care to open it and watch it right now, but I hadn't seen this out in the wild in I don't know how long, so I picked it up. But that's all the stuff that I bought and watched this week. A lot of stuff was watched. I had a busy watch week. I don't typically watch that much stuff, so I probably won't talk about all of these movies on the podcast with the fellas tonight. Obviously, that'd be kind of crazy. But coming up here in the near future on the channel is I've got a gore score for Hard Eyes. I've got a gore score for Bone Lake. I did one for Crime 101, but I don't know if it needs a gore score. I might just do a review video, like a 5 to 10 minute conversation about it, because it was a fun movie and I do want to talk about it. But the ones I'm excited about are the Scream rankings video, which I would like to get to work on sometime in the next 24 hours. My top 5 most brutal endings in horror movies. I got that one, and I've already made the list now. Now I need to start writing out the script for it. And then I'm doing a gore score video review for Ichi the Killer. This ought to be crazy. This would be a fun talk. I'm also going to be reviewing and talking about a Serbian film and 120 Days in Sodom. So I don't look forward to watching those at all. But trying to get some momentum on the channel, and I know that those movies are very popular, and I haven't seen them in years. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I may as well benefit from it. So, well, I don't know, man. I don't like those movies. I thought that, at least from what I recall, I thought that a Serbian film was incredibly boring, very overrated. I didn't think that it was particularly gnarly. What they talk about is pretty gnarly, but what they show is tame, from what I remember. That movie Irreversible was harder to watch for me than a Serbian film. But yeah, if you guys have recommendations on like super messed up endings or just brutal, disturbing films that I need to watch, and there's a way for me to watch them, throw them in the comments, because I'm always down to watch a messed up movie and review it on the channel. The gore score reviews are going to start getting much better because I'm going to start adding better editing to them. I'm just now getting back into doing this channel, so it's going to take me a couple of weeks to really work out all the things that I want to do. But I'll get my buddy Josh here to help me with ideas and things. You know, we've been friends for a long time, so and he's got a fantastic movie channel if you are into film, and it's not a lot of horror stuff. He does things more outside the horror genre than anything, but if you're into just high quality movie content, check his stuff out. And then we have a podcast that we do, so if you want to hear us talk about movies, there's 4 of us, so you get a lot of different points of view. You know, Cinema Studies is the homie. That's a whole bunch of crap I got to put away now. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know, I planned on this video being about an hour, but I don't know that it will. I think maybe a 30-minute show every week is probably what it'll land on, because 30 minutes is super tight. It's nice. If I can get better software, I can do the live stream, and then I can go back later and edit it if I want and re-upload it so people, because I've noticed that a lot of people that will watch a live stream, they'll miss the uploads, and the people that watch the uploads miss the live streams. I don't really understand the science behind all that, but I do know from my other channel, because I do that channel full time, I can tell you that happens. So, but if you have any recommendations, any ideas, please let me know. If you like the content that we're making, and I know this is a kind of a simple video, but if you enjoy these conversations, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support further, there's ways to do that. Just let me know, and I'll let you know how to do that. Yeah, man, I'll see you guys in another video. I'll be making some more content, and we got a short dropping for Extreme Prejudice in like 30 minutes. So I'm trying to bring as much content as I can. Oh, also, before I go, man, I can't believe I almost forgot to mention this. Yeah, Robert Duvall died today. So I know he was an older gentleman, 95 years old, did a long life. I'm glad that he was 95 and not, say, 48 like James Vanderbeek was recently. But we're losing a lot of people that we all grew up on. So, support the people that you love that create art. Support your friends and family when they create things. Go hug your kids. Go talk to your mom and your dad. Just enjoy the people that you care about, right? R.I.P. to Robert Duvall, and condolences to his friends and family. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next what I watched over the week, what I watched last week, the watch list, whatever the hell I end up calling this video. It'll be weekly. So we'll see you on the next episode. Yeah, later, guys. Peace.